And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 77 of Checkpoint, your number one show rounding up all the hottest gaming news stories of the week and discussing all the relevant topics you need to know about. My name is Vincent DeSantis, and today I am joined by the man in the red shirt, James Walmer. James, how you doing, dude?
It's a sweaty old red shirt.
Yeah, why are we sweating? What's going on?
Playing some soccer.
Yeah?
And I'm sweating like a pig.
Sure.
It's 93 degrees out. My church is air conditioning when the gym we play soccer in.
Yeah.
Totally out.
Yep. Of course. I mean, that's usually how it goes. It's just really convenient. Audio listeners, thank you so much for listening. If you guys haven't already, please leave us a review. Helps us out a bunch. And if you're listening on audio platforms and you want to check out our YouTube, we do much more stuff besides just podcasts. You can see it over there. Please subscribe. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. We are pushing up. Today's checkpoint is brought to you by Manscaped, but we will tell you about that later. James, what are you playing and how are you doing?
Finn, remember when I told you that Splitgate just wasn't my sort of game?
Please tell me, did you 180?
I've completely 180'd, Vin.
Thank God.
I am hooked. I am absolutely addicted to Splitgate.
Let's go.
Not only that, but I was at my buddy's birthday party last night, and I told all the boys about it, got 2 of them to download it, and they can't drop it either. And because it's cross-play, right off the bat, we can totally play together, and it's incredible. It feels just like classic Halo, but with portals. And the portals add so much.
They do.
I was so skeptical as to like how they would work, but it is such a tactical variable to take into account within every situation that it's just so much fun. There's so much gameplay variation. It makes you like, you don't feel like you got cheap shotted when you get shot through a portal.
No, you feel like he outplayed you or they outplayed you.
Exactly. Yeah. Every single time. It's not some BS in Call of Duty where you're like, oh, but like I shot first or whatever. But like the hit detection is so good.
Yeah.
The way health works where like if you get the direct headshot, like the dome shot
100 points
with the DMR, done.
But chest or leg,
chest
65.
Or leg, 65.
You can finish him off with that mid-range shotgun for the 35. And dude,
snipers and shotguns is so much fun.
Sniper shots is the only thing, bro. It's so good.
My buddy, who I sold the game to, I guess I can't sell it because it's free. He was like, he showed me a clip that he had.
Yeah.
Dude looks like Phase Optic or something from back in the day, you know? He was going crazy.
Yeah.
But this game is so much fun. I've been playing that. I jump back and forth between Shadow Colossus. Download that. That game's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it is great.
I have such a good time with that game. I'm on the 5th Colossus. And it is absolutely infuriating. It's the big bird that that you have to swim to.
Is it infuriating because of the controls playing on a PS5, a PS2 game, or just infuriating because it's challenging? Okay.
I think it's infuriating because it's challenging.
Yeah.
I can see how it, like some people, but I think I've adjusted to the controls enough to where I know what they're trying to do. But it's just the fact that like you are at a 45, 60 degree angle for half that fight and you're just trying to hold on. And the fact that you get thrown into the water and you have to swim onto one of those platforms and then wait for him to circle back around before you can jump and grab onto the fur on the side of its wings. And sometimes it just doesn't grab. And it throws you into, and you like almost die. Jump into Returnal here and there. I'm kind of in a rut with that right now.
Yeah. Challenging. It's defeating.
It is defeating.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing Ratchet. I finished Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I got the Platinum Trophy. I literally did everything in that game. And I love it. It's my game of the year right now.
Wow.
That's number 1. Scarlet Nexus being number 2, probably for, I guess. I gotta think about that. But God, so good, so good. So I finished that, and then I've been playing a lot of Splitgate, dude. I've been playing. See, James, if I would knew you were playing Splitgate this week, I would have hit you up. But I was like, James already said it's not for him. I'm not gonna ask him to play. He's probably not interested. You know what? But me and Cheesy, good friend of the show, he's been on. We've been running lobbies, dude. Last night we were playing. It's so much fun. It's a great time.
Count me in, please.
Fine, deal. All right, sounds good. But other than that, I really haven't had that much time to play games, so that's
unrelated to games.
Yeah,
unrelated to games. I went to do for our university. We have to do a bunch of pre-COVID stuff.
Yep.
and I went to take a picture of my COVID card, which
Yeah.
is sitting inside my my glove box.
Like your Vax card. Yeah.
My Vax card. Yes. And so I went and took a picture of it, and I'm sitting in my passenger seat because I park on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting in the passenger seat with a leg out, and I go to lean out of the car, and my left foot gets caught like on the inside of the.
In between the door and the.
No, it's still on the inside of the car, but just like where it comes up.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how it happened. My foot was just at a weird angle, and I slipped and I fell. But instead of falling out of the car, I fell backward, and with the door open, like I fell into the pillar.
Okay.
And right on my tailbone, it
on
hit
the ground, like the asphalt.
No. Even
I'm
worse than
James. I'm trying to picture this, and I don't know where you're falling or where you are right now, but I know you've hit the ground or something.
Okay, so if this is the seat,
audio listeners, he's halfway on the seat.
I fall like instead of falling out, I fall back. Oh God.
The camera died. James's camera is dead. Let's see if it comes back. You hit the there. We're back. We're back. Okay.
I fall like back. I go to brace myself against my car.
Oh.
Instead of actually like bracing me, it screwed me. My car screwed me because my camera froze. Hold on.
It's okay. It's okay.
It screwed me because there is a metal latch.
Yeah.
Where your car door like hooks in so that it stays shut.
Yeah.
And that just went straight into my tailbone.
No. How's it feeling right now?
Hurts so bad.
Dude, you need the little donut. Are we going to have to buy you the little blow up donut seat that you're going to have to sit on everywhere?
You mean the ones that people with hemorrhoids sit on?
Do people with hemorrhoids sit on these? To cushion a little bit?
I thought it was a whole episode of South Park.
I don't know. I've only ever seen it when people break a tailbone and they literally like cannot support their weight on a chair. So they like these little blow up donuts, you know?
Okay, well I don't think it's my tailbone. It's like the upper part of my left ass cheek.
Sure.
That is like connected to the tailbone.
So we need to get a blow up donut for the left ass cheek. Maybe
specifically for the left ass cheek.
Yeah. And well, you're going to need a right one to balance it out. So you're going to have to double duty or just one.
Do I need two donuts?
And we'll just go one single. You could just half cheek it or something, you know?
All right,
it has healing properties too. That's what they don't tell you.
Donuts got healing properties.
Yeah, donuts got healing properties. But if we want to start getting into what we got today, we got some news on Gamescom 2021, which is the next big game event. Basically E3, and then after E3 is Gamescom. Sometimes there's big reveals and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a little weaker. Sometimes it's full. So we really never know. It's a toss up. But we have some more information on this now. Gamescom is right around the corner. This comes from Kit Guru. As usual, we can expect to see numerous new games, trailers, and other announcements. 3 live shows have been confirmed for Gamescom so far. Opening Night Live, hosted by Jeff Keighley, of course, which he also did for E3.
Fox.
And so he's just going to do it. An Xbox game showcase and the feature game show. The Halo show will focus on... Sorry, the Halo show, shoot me. The Xbox show will focus on already announced titles like Hellblade 2, Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite, etc. Some third-party titles will also be included at the showcase, which is set to start on the 24th of August at 6 p.m. What is BST? Oh, because, dude, Gamescom is in Germany.
Standard time.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's in Germany, Gamescom, so it's all weird.
Yeah.
We'll figure those dates out. Bethesda will also be hosting a stream of its own on the 26th, so looks like there's going to be an Xbox show and a Bethesda show. Do you know what that means? That there's going to be some PlayStation games at that Bethesda show, James. That's what I'm thinking.
What are you going to get? Deathloop trailer number 79?
Yep, the pre-launch trailer. That's it.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a pre-launch trailer.
Or something.
Because Deathloop release is like a week or two after, yeah?
Yeah, so it's one last big hype then. They got it. They got to try to sell it. Similar to last year's conference. Yeah, you're going to get it. It's going to be great. Gamescom 2021 will be kicked off by Opening Night Live, where Jeff Keighley promises to show Holiday's biggest upcoming video games and what lies beyond. Of course, he's going to promise that. That's what's promised every single show. We'll see how that goes.
That's true.
And the Future Game Show is making a return on August 26th. During the show's developers such as Frontier Developments, Team 17, Coach Media, and Tripwire Interactive will announce all these games. It's a lot of indie things, and it's hosted by the voices of Lady Dimitrescu, Maggie Robinson, Dimitrescu, and the Duke of Resident Evil Village, who is Aaron LaPlante. And cool. That we might get some good indies there. We'll see. But
Cool.
Gamescom, I'd like to stream Gamescom. Maybe one of the shows or something. Could be cool.
You know where we did get some good indies?
Where?
Nintendo Indie World. I'm switching up the docket on you, Vin.
That's good because
Nintendo
I
Indie
did it
World.
so bad last week. I did
That's
so
okay.
bad.
I remember I was literally lost as you were going through. I was like, where is this guy?
Yeah.
So we got all the announcements and reveals for Nintendo Indie World, which was this morning or yesterday? It was yesterday morning. Yesterday morning. Nintendo latest Indie World showcase took place yesterday, August 11th, and we got a closer look at plenty of upcoming games for Nintendo Switch, some of which are out right now. So we're just gonna go off of a little highlight reel. First one, huge Jet Set Radio inspired game called Bomb Rush Cyber Funk. You start as a nobody and set out to try and make a name for yourself in this stylish looking game. It also features music from a wide range of musical talent. Bomb Rush Cyber Funk is slated for release as a timed exclusive on console for Switch in 2022.
Did you watch the trailer for this?
I did.
It looks very cool, but it looks exactly like Jet Set Radio.
It was like, hey, let me borrow your homework. I promise not to change anything.
Yeah,
or I
exactly.
promise to change it, but they didn't.
It looks pretty cool though. Looks really damn cool.
It looks really fun. Alongside that, several games were surprise released just after the stream concluded. Sorry. Axiom Verge 2, Boyfriend Dungeon, which, Vin...
We'll talk about that after we finish the list.
It's not on the docket, Vin. Okay. Boyfriend Dungeon, Curious Expedition 2, Garden Story, Islanders Console Edition, Necro Barista, Final Pour, and Slime Rancher.
Okay. So here's me yesterday. What was it? I don't know where I was yesterday. I'm on my phone. I'm looking. I see this stuff of Boyfriend Dungeon. I'm like, okay, what is this all about? Never heard of this game in my life. I see one of the devs like, I've been working on this for 6 years. Like, I'm super happy to finally release this. I'm like, that's cool. I love that. I was seeing some people tweet about it. I was like, okay, what the hell is Boyfriend Dungeon? I look it up. God, it looks charismatic as hell.
It's so charismatic.
It's like a dungeon crawler game, but you pick up these swords and they turn into people. And so I was like, I have to try this. I have to play this. But then I'm like, I'm probably not going to pay $20 to play this game. Like, I'm probably not. Well, you know what? I turn on my PC the next day. Sure enough, Game Pass opens when the PC opens. And guess what's on the front page, baby? Boyfriend Dungeon. So I download that bad boy. I slapped it on for like 30 to 45 minutes before this episode just so I could talk about it a little bit. And you know what? It's just like everybody's posting. It's charismatic as hell. I will say,
I love it.
The dungeon crawling elements so far are just okay. Like the actual combat, it doesn't feel very precise. Like I'm rolling around, like trying to hit things, use my moves. That could be because I'm using mouse and keyboard. I think I need to plug in a controller. I might change my thoughts. But the story's fun as hell. Like I could see myself jumping back in a couple more times to see what's up. It might need a little more time to grab me with the combat because there's a lot of upgrades and all this stuff. But I'm gonna be romancing everybody out there. The streets are not safe with my character in there. I'll tell you that much. Hide your swords and daggers. Okay, trust me.
Swords, hide your daggers.
The dagger lady is on fire.
Wow.
Literally and figuratively, she's on fire. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. If you haven't heard it, look at a trailer. It's cool.
Absolutely incredible. Vin, can I talk about my new favorite game?
Please do. Yeah.
Splitgate is getting a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X upgrade. This comes from GameSpot. The popular free-to-play portal shooter Splitgate is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X with some, quote, obvious upgrades, developer 1047 Games said during developer Q&A this week on Twitch. The studio responded to some questions after playing a few rounds of the game with streamer Your Rage, whom I'm unfamiliar with. Do you know
Me
him?
too. Yeah, not familiar.
Toward the end of the live stream, the team was asked if enhanced features were coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X/S. We're gonna do it, 1047 Games CEO Ian Cardinal Soldier Prolu said, saying, quote, I'm not ready to share any specifics, but there's some obvious things that pretty much every game is doing what we will explore doing. We intended to have the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions out already. It's just a matter of having 110% focus on servers as much as possible. Because, as you guys know, servers got absolutely flooded over the past few weeks with this game. It's unclear exactly what enhancements Splitgate will get whenever it officially launches on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. However, 4K and 120 frames per second were thrown around as possible improvements for the free-to-play shooter. Furthermore, a release date for this upgraded port has been announced. Sorry. Elsewhere during the live stream, 1047 said that along with increasing server capacity, Splitgate players who remain idle for at least 30 minutes will get kicked in an effort to free up some space for others to get into the game. Despite being available in early access since 2019, Splitgate has exploded in popularity. It combines elements of Halo multiplayer and Portal gameplay to create a fast-paced competitive shooter that requires timing and foresight. The game has become so popular that the servers have struggled to hold up. Issues like long wait times should be fixed now that the number of servers has risen. In other Splitgate news, the game's 1.0 launch has been delayed so the team can keep working on servers. 1047 Games said the vision is for Splitgate to be on everything, including mobile, Nintendo Switch, and Mac. No date or window was announced, but the team thinks it'd be cool. So, Vin, my question is, it says that there is a release date announced for this upgraded port.
There is no release date announced. And my headphones died, so keep talking. Hold on.
Okay. Oh my gosh, hanging me on the wire, Vin. Like we said before, Splitgate. This is what I'm thinking playing Splitgate. As much as I love Splitgate, it makes me just want to play Halo again.
Yeah, I agree. I want to play Halo again as well.
I want to play Halo again, and for being the PlayStation cuck that I am,
sure, same.
It's rough out here on the streets. Even though I have a perfectly fine PC that
we're gonna play it on PC. We're gonna play it on PC. James,
I'm gonna get a Bluetooth dongle, and I'm gonna get an Xbox controller.
You don't even need a dongle for the PC.
I do because I don't have Bluetooth in my motherboard.
Okay. Do you want to customize controllers and order them? I feel like that'd be really fun. That'd be really fun. Let's do that. Let's do that when we move in a couple weeks. That'd be a good time.
Customize them together. That'd be fun.
Wow, that sounds great. Wow. But yeah, Splitgate is so much freaking fun. I can't wait. And here's what I really want to do. James, maybe you'd be interested in doing this with me, but like for Strictly Casual, I'd love to make like a little 2-minute, 3-minute video about like Splitgate's, like they launch it, pretty much completely fails. They're going to give up. They decide they're going to go one more shot and do a complete like overhaul and everything. Launch it again. It explodes. And they get a $10 million grant to get servers back up and get more. They hire a team.
I didn't know they got a grant for that.
Yeah, they did.
That's
right when it crashed, because they know it's going to be successful. There's a whole investor thing, but I'm not really sure. Okay. But again, like I'd like to get to know that and then make like a little video about that. I feel like that'd be really cool. That'd be cool. And also Splitgate's account posted just 2 days ago. The two co-founders, they're like ex-esport players with their moms. And they're like, they posted pictures of their moms. They're like, we were going to give up on Splitgate, but our moms told us we should just give it one more shot. And so we did. And I was like, this is the best, man. That's awesome.
Incredible. I love that.
So I'm rooting for them. It's tons of fun. It's a cool concept. And I hope it has even more success than it's already had, because they haven't even launched the game yet. They're like still in beta. So could be cool. Next up, Sony now owns anime site Crunchyroll. Okay, having first been reported in October 2020, then begun in December 2020, Sony's billion-dollar purchase of anime streaming site Crunchyroll has now been completed. Sony Funimation announced that the finalization of the deal earlier today in a press release, with the final purchase being a whopping $1.175 billion. It's claimed Crunchyroll has 120 million registered users across more than 200 countries, and the deal means Sony now owns all of Crunchyroll's offerings and services, from its anime streaming service to events to merch to video games. So what does this mean for users rather than just shareholders? Plans for what Sony actually wants to do with all that anime are still pretty vague, and information like pricing changes or licensing agreements are likely a long way off. One thing Sony did say, though, that it plans to create a unified anime subscription experience as soon as possible. Now, James, you're probably wondering, why are the boys talking about movie news and streaming news on the video game podcast? Well, I'm sure the boys are going to cover it on Freestream as well, but the rumors have been suggesting on the interwebs that maybe, because now Sony owns Funimation and Crunchyroll, right? Mm-hmm. Will PlayStation bundle this into PlayStation Plus and have other offerings as well to try to get more people on PlayStation Plus that are not only just gamers, and maybe have this subscription also mean you get some sort of streaming deal,
right?
Without even raising the price.
Because they also just did the 6 months of free Apple TV Plus with the PlayStation 5.
They did. They really did.
So it's a huge media push.
We got to remember that PlayStation is no longer like supporting as heavily the media buying thing on the PlayStation Store. That is like, it's not dead because you can still access all the content that you bought, but they're not pushing it. It's like subfolders way deep, way away.
Yeah, you have to really look for stuff.
Yeah. So now that that's kind of back in their pocket, like maybe that didn't really work out for Sony, this could be a new direction. Like, are they going to push streaming services included in their subscription?
Yeah, it's just like interesting when you factor that into the way their actual store is laid out, because they took so much off of it that it feels a little bit like wishy-washy of like, oh, well, like actually we do want to go back into media.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I don't know.
Well, on the PS5, there's 2 sections now. So you can R1 into media and then R1 into games, and there's 2 completely different pages. I'm presuming that's going to be all buffed out with streaming stuff soon, not just games on the other one.
Well, so then are they going to bring back a media store and have a dedicated media store?
I don't know. I mean, because they're like apps like Hulu and Netflix and all that, and HBO, those are on the store. You can search those up, but it's actually the movies themselves. Like if I wanted to go buy Spider-Man, blah blah blah.
You're right.
You could search it and buy it, and it goes into your library, but that's not being promoted anymore, really.
You're right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see.
I had a friend of mine who brought this up to me, and I want to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
He was concerned about monopolization of like anime distribution.
Yeah.
Because of this deal, because Crunchyroll and Funimation they're the competitors in like consumer just anime watching, because Netflix has some anime, HBO has
a little
some
bit,
Crunchyroll, so but like
Hulu has a little bit.
These other streaming services have a little bit here and there, but it was mainly Crunchyroll and Funimation for the guys and gals who are just like going for the week to week, like looking for new shows, episodes releasing every week, keeping up with Jujutsu Kaisen, keeping up with My Hero, all these things. So I guess the concern is that because they're monopolizing, they can kind of do whatever they want.
Yeah. And this has a couple questions like I have as a consumer too, because like I have, for instance, I buy a couple anime movies that I really like. Like I have the My Hero movies because I love them. And it comes with a digital code that only gets redeemed on Funimation. You can only watch that digital code on Funimation. Am I still going to have access on this merger? I'm assuming there's going to be a new name that's not Crunchyroll and Funimation, but it'll have all the services, and you can probably still log in with your Funimation or Crunchyroll, because can you imagine the nightmare that's going to be, making a new login for everything? Holy crap. But forget that. And I mean, James, we're logged into our roommate's Crunchyroll, and we use that all the time. I'm catching up on My Hero right now. I'm so glad I waited 2 months, because I've been loving watching them like back-to-back episodes. It's been great. Sorry, this is not a movie podcast, but I love it.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just really hoping we get some sort of deal, I guess, with PlayStation Plus. I'm sure it's a big audience.
That's the hope.
It's a hope.
And it's a Japanese company, so it makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Yeah. But the monopolization thing is a good thing to keep in the back of your heads. Before we move on, guys, support for Checkpoint is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. 20% off and free shipping with the code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. Guys, you're not going to want to miss this, okay? You're not going to want to miss this opportunity. You have a few more days to use code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. I can't wait. James, we always talk about the packages, but I want to talk about a couple other things that are in the store too.
Okay.
I mean, I've been seeing the t-shirts, okay? The t-shirt quality, I mean, we know firsthand, but it's just nice. It's just nice to the touch.
A little spandexy, just a little bit, but not too much.
It's nice on the chest, especially right after a clean shave with that Lawnmower 4.0. It just rubs real nice it just flows, okay?
Yeah.
I love it. But the Lawnmower 4.0, man, you just get that skin safe technology. And as you know, if you're a listener of Strictly Casual, James and I like to go on the wild side. We don't even use a guard.
We're wild. We're unhinged.
We don't even use a little guard, okay? It's perfect.
Because sometimes I just have really dark chest hairs, Vin.
Yeah,
and
so
actually
do I.
I'm due for another shave. And I just
So am I.
I just go in. I just go in for the whole thing without the guard, because you know what? I can't be having any of those little bad boys showing.
No.
Got to get them all gone. And you know what? Afterward, I feel sexy as hell. I feel
don't blame
so
you.
confident.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I got the shaved chest. I just feel.
You've been working out?
Yeah, I've been working out. You know, toning up a little bit.
Hey.
And you know, when you shave your chest, you get to see the definition just a little more.
Are you in there in the shower yet?
I'm not in there in the shower yet.
I'm telling you, tonight, you jump in in the shower because the Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, and it truly is. It's not the fake waterproof type dealio. All right. Okay. Get 20% off and free shipping with code strictlycasual at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and use code strictlycasual. Unlock your confidence with the new Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. Bam. Manscaped, thank you. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you, Manscaped.
James, jump into Diablo 4 a little bit.
Diablo 4 game director out at Blizzard. They're out of here. Veteran Blizzard Entertainment developers Luis Barriga, the director of Diablo 4, and Jesse McCree, one of the game's lead designers, not developers, well, I guess both, are no longer employed at the game company, Kotaku reported on Wednesday. Activision Blizzard confirmed the departures in a statement to Polygon, saying, quote, "We can confirm Luis Barriga, Jesse McCree, and Jonathan LeCraft are no longer with LeCraft, get it? Because Blizzard, Warcraft, anyway, are no longer with the company." And Activision Blizzard Blizzard's spokesperson said, "We have a deep, talented roster of developers already in place, and new leaders have been assigned where appropriate. We are confident in our ability to continue progress, deliver amazing experiences to our players, and move forward to ensure a safe, productive work environment for all." The personnel changes at Blizzard come just a few weeks after a lawsuit against the company alleged a toxic workplace environment that subjected female employees to gender discrimination and sexual harassment. Berge had been at Blizzard since 2005, and he worked on the developers' World of Warcraft expansions and Diablo games. McCree, whose name was borrowed for Overwatch's Cowboy Hero, which I wonder if they're going to change that name.
Because it's tainted. If you read this, it's tainted now.
Yeah. Had been a lead level designer at Blizzard since 2005, according to his LinkedIn profile. He was pictured in recently published photos of Blizzard's developers' so-called Cosby Suite, which we talked about last week, a nickname for a hotel room mentioned in a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, which we've been also covering for the last few weeks. He also appeared in screenshots of a text message thread with other Blizzard staffers about the suite. Just straight up, not a good time, Vincent.
Nope. If you're curious about what all this is about, 2 weeks ago we did pretty much the big deep dive on the Activision Blizzard stuff, and I highly recommend you guys check out that episode because it's pretty informative. Dude, there are still people that don't know about this.
That's crazy. I feel like everyone knows.
You have to. If you're in the gaming space whatsoever, even if you play the game, you should know. Even if you're not really
you're a consumer.
Yeah, it's big. So I like to hear that some of these people are getting the axe, especially we see in Jesse McCree here, like within the text messages and the Facebook posts and the pictures. Like that's an obvious, I don't know, bad thing. Like I'm glad they're getting rid of that, but I don't know. I'm glad there's something happening, at least, very least.
Yeah, and this also hurts on top of another report that Nicole Carpenter from Polygon put out today, saying Activision Blizzard's contract workers say they're crushed by toxic culture. Yeah. And like even more stuff about people working like drastically low wages, 12-hour shifts, 28-day in a row.
Hits keep coming.
Yeah, it just keeps going. So I'm reading a quote right now from the article. In the lead up to the release of 2020's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, workers said they'd get 1 day off every 3 weeks to a month, and saying, quote, "That was their gift to you during crunch," one current employee said. "I know some people who had worked 28 days in a row, 12-hour shifts, and that was probably the most chaotic time." And they said, another employee said, "The pay is never enough. I really just want to be able to afford to live."
Here's what sucks too, because I'm guilty of what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Is like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, where's this fix for this game? Where's this new map for this game? Why isn't this game coming out? you got to remember there's real people behind this.
They are.
It's their livelihood at stake, releasing that sort of thing, and by begging for things to come sooner than they are, just to get upset with them if they're not what they are. You got to think about these working conditions now too that people are in. It sucks. Just be appreciative when you do get something. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and then we just got to see more of this come to light. You know, instead of just being hidden for actual years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's tough. It's not easy. Be grateful, everybody. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Okay?
As I say, no one hates games more than gamers.
That's right. You can't hate something until you love it. Forza Horizon 5 is a map Forza Horizon 5 full map has been revealed, and it's much bigger than Forza Horizon 4. This comes from Game Debate. Pack your swimsuits and some sun cream. Do you call it sun cream or sunscreen?
Sunscreen.
Yeah, I'm a screen type of person. I don't know. Games Debate definitely sounds like a UK type dealio anyways. Game Debate. How would you say that in a British accent?
Game Debate.
That was a little down under, actually. That was a tad down under.
They run together in my mind.
Okay, pack your swimsuits and your sunscreen, because we're heading to Mexico later this year when the next Forza Horizon launches on November 5th, which is coming up, baby. The developers at Playground Games have already been given a detailed look at the individual biomes, but what's the full map like for Forza Horizon 5? Thankfully, we now have a full map reveal, which gives us a good look at the full picture of the entire location. As mentioned before, Horizon 5 will include different seasons that can drastically change the look and feel of each biome. What we're looking at now is the summer version of Forza Horizon 5's map. It's noticeably larger than Forza Horizon 4's map, 50% larger to be precise.
Big.
Well, you can see roughly where each distinct biome lands in the map. It's the massive volcano that it's the biggest, most obvious feature. Hell, it looked big in the trailer, but here it takes up nearly an entire quarter of the map, it seems. Pretty cool.
So here's my question.
Hit me.
What are the different seasons like calendar seasons?
I don't think so. But maybe it is. Maybe it is.
That'd be cool too.
That would be, but it kind of locks people out who are only playing it for like a couple months. You know what I mean? I guess it gives people a reason to return. But did it work for Animal Crossing? Because Animal Crossing does that.
It didn't work for Animal Crossing.
I don't think so. That game is Animal Crossing, although it's a great game. That gives some people like some bad like thoughts, because that game came out mid-quarantine.
No, it was like right at the beginning of like deep quarantine.
Yeah, like deep depression quarantine.
Yeah.
Like Bo Burnham
like
inside
in
depression. So, yikes. What a game. What a great game.
Yeah. Are you talking Horizon or Forza Horizon or Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing. God, I love it so much.
It's great. I just can't. It's such a grind.
It is. It's too grindy now. I don't have enough time in my life to actually like commit to doing anything cool in that game.
Right. Rumor.
Hit me.
Grand Theft Auto Remasters reportedly in development. This comes from none other than our favorite news source, Polygon. We don't play favorites. We just get a lot of their news for them. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
I guess
I play favorites. That's fine.
I play favorites. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Rockstar Games may be releasing remasters of 3 classic Grand Theft Auto games, according to a report from Kotaku. This remains unconfirmed, but the remastered version of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are rumored to arrive on Google Stadia, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and mobile devices, which I thought these were already on mobile devices, to be honest.
Are they not?
Oh, they are, but they aren't remasters. They're just ports.
Oh, okay.
Kotaku's report suggests that the games will be, quote, a mix of new and old graphics, akin to a heavily modded version of a classic GTA title. The UI of the games will be updated for clarity as well, though it'll remain in the classic visual style. Gameplay is expected to remain as close as possible to the original iterations. These 3 titles are a part of the 3D universe of Rockstar Games, which include the PS2 era of Grand Theft Auto before the series moved into high-definition Grand Theft Auto 4. While these games aren't quite as fleshed out or involved as Rockstar's modern titles, they still remain classics. Lines from San Andreas, like CJ's iconic "Oh shit, here we go again," remain a popular part of the zeitgeist. Is that how you pronounce that?
Zeitgeist,
thank you. Likely, they'll just be all in one bundle together, and Rockstar, following this, also reportedly has plans for a Red Dead Redemption remaster.
I don't really know if I want them.
I don't want any of these.
Give me GTA 6. The ports are fine. They're timeless games.
It feels a little bit like a cash grab.
People are going to buy it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. GTA Online is the cash grab of the literal century.
The millennium.
The millennium.
Uh-huh.
And I already felt like Grand Theft Auto 5 in a lot of ways was a successor to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas because it's in the same area.
Okay.
So I feel like you'd just be doing a lot of the same things you would be doing in San Andreas. Different character.
Now, James,
I don't feel it necessary.
What's the remastered going to be? Is it going to be GTA 5 graphics, or is it going to be GTA 6 graphics, or somewhere in between?
New and old.
Because GTA 5 graphics is now how many years old?
Dude, they're supposedly, I read a report say they want 4K and 60 frames per second.
In Vice City?
And no. And the re-release, because remember, they still haven't re-released it to new consoles.
Why did we get a trailer for that like a year ago? Why?
We did. We got a trailer for a year ago.
It was like, you're going to get 10 million shark cards if you're a PlayStation owner. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, step off. Give us GTA 6. Kick rocks, dude. I was playing GTA 5 in the freaking 6th grade, bro.
For real? No, it was 8th grade.
Doesn't matter. It's that same time in my life. It all blended together. It's been forever. Get a grip, Rockstar.
Get together, Rockstar. No, Rockstar. Come on.
Here's what we want. I don't want these remasters because you know what? I enjoy San Andreas as it is, as a port. It's just classic to jump in there and just play it. Here's what I want. I want you to put a little bit more time into Red Dead Redemption 2 Online because you really have the groundworks for a great game there, okay? And it's every update it's just on the verge. It's on the verge. It needs one huge overhaul update and then we're cooking. We're in the right direction. So put a little more time into that. Keep doing your cash grab GTA 5's online stuff because I understand. I get it. It makes money. I mean, you got to do your thing. But
gotta pay the bills somehow.
Let's put 75% of the studio on GTA 6, baby. Let's go 75 on GTA 6, 10% on keeping Red Dead 5 running, and 15%. No, GTA 5 online, and then 15%. Did I add this up correctly? Yeah, I did. 15%, 20. Yeah. 15% on Red Dead Online too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Great. That's great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You're doing great, Ben.
Thanks. I guess we're just jumping to the next one. Battlefield 2042 story trailer brings back a Battlefield 4 favorite. This is not really a story trailer. It's like a short film that has scenes that don't need to be in it. It's like 10 minutes long. But it's really cool. It's really freaking cool. And the animation's gorgeous. I would watch a whole movie if it was like this. I really would. But Battlefield 2042 won't feature a traditional narrative single-player campaign, but that doesn't mean it won't carry over storytelling elements from previous games, or that it won't tell a story of its own. In a newly released short titled Exodus, developer DICE and publisher EA set up the story of Battlefield 2042 and confirmed the return of beloved character Battlefield 4's Kimball Irish Graves, once again played by Michael K. Williams. The 9-minute film appears to confirm a canonical ending for 2013's Battlefield 4. Oh... The Irish and Hannah survive the events of that game's campaign.
Not Hannah.
Oh.
So Irish, not Huang, Anna.
Not Hannah. Yeah. Survives the end of the game's campaign. As such, Irish will be a playable no-pats specialist in Battlefield 2042. I don't know what the no-pats are.
I think it explains it a little bit.
Exodus also introduces a new character to Battlefield lore named Oz. He clashes with Irish over the future of the no-pats. Oh. Is Pats Patriots? It's the No Patriots? I want to say that might be it. Oh, there you go. Nickname for the patrioted soldiers who fight in the upcoming game's global conflict. EA said its news release that the story of Battlefield 2042 will continue to evolve over time and will be told through future playable specialists, not unlike how EA's Apex Legends or Blizzard Entertainment's Overwatch. So actually, I would assume with each new character, we probably get a short film like this, which would be cool. The short film's super cool, and the story's interesting. It's basically, there's this thing in space, like a satellite, and it has a lot of like American technology on it, and when it falls, it's crashing to Earth. If the Russians, I believe, get a hold of this, they'll have information that the U.S. can't have out there. So the U.S., I guess the new Pats are trying to grab this before the Russians get it, or else it's going to start a new war. I'm assuming they get to it, and that's why it starts the war.
I want to know who the patriated soldiers are.
Maybe I should watch it now knowing this information. Maybe there's some lingo I didn't pick up on. Oh, the lighting in this short film, so cool, bro. So cool. It's just, it looks great.
When I think of Battlefield lighting, I just think of a lot of lens flares.
This one had cool, yeah, I guess.
How many lens flares were in this trailer?
5 to 30, something in that range. It's only 9 minutes.
Okay.
Also, if we want to talk a little bit more about Battlefield 2042, today is the first day of EA playtesting, and of course there's footage leaked of multiplayer right now. Right as I was coming into this room, I passed by my brother's room who's watching leaked footage of a multiplayer match of Conquest, and it looked really good. I couldn't help myself to look at the screen a little bit longer. It looked really good. And it's like actual match, like people playing. It's not like a recorded trailer. So
right.
That person is banned. EA, I will not do that. I will not leak your footage. If you want to let me play Battlefield early, I signed up, no response, but it's okay, EA. I totally understand. But yeah, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Battlefield 2042 footage, especially because the playtests are at home and not actually at EA.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us into random fun stuff, baby.
The best part of the show.
The best part of the show. Today, we have one hard-hitting news item on random fun stuff that needs to be addressed right at the beginning of this. I thought this was hilarious. There's a clip going around, and I'm not joking, where someone is playing Back 4 Blood, and a zombie approaches this man, okay? And it sounds like the zombie says an expletive, a racial expletive, at this man playing the game. It definitely sounds like it, to a T, okay?
Literally to a T.
I've watched
it. What'd you call me?
Yeah, the guy goes, what did you call me? WB Games has literally put out an official statement saying that the zombie does not say that in the game. Which I thought is hilarious.
Their reasoning was they said it's like two voice lines that like overlap.
Sure, yeah.
That are playing at the same time.
I just thought it was funny that they had to say it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that everybody knew that WB did not put that in the game, but it's funny. It was a good meme.
It was a great meme.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. The Life is Strange Remastered collection has been delayed to 2022, quote, due to the ongoing challenges of the worldwide pandemic.
RIP to a friend of the show, Colton, who is in love with this, and Ryder, who Life is Strange is his favorite game, and he was very excited for this too.
Mm-hmm.
Frostpunk 2 has been announced.
Rebel Galaxy is available for free on Epic Game Store, with Void Bastards next week and Yooka-Laylee after that. I love
Void Bastards, baby. I never played it.
One of my favorite games.
Okay.
It's just so cool.
I can't wait to check it out. And leaks around this year's Call of Duty point going back to World War II again. Oh my god, I had a hiccup.
Which they just did this.
Yeah, but James, this is smart as hell. This is smart for them. Because Battlefield's launching as a modern day shooter. Nobody's gonna buy 2 modern day shooters at the same time. Just kidding. They used to do it all the time. But this is
Call
good.
Call of Duty's not gonna sell this year.
Not selling for me, baby. I fell off Cold War so fast.
A lot of people. Yeah.
But Modern Warfare, one of the best Call of Duty games ever. I don't care.
I agree.
I don't care.
It's so good.
I have 350 hours on that game. What a game. What a game. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for episode 77 of Checkpoint. These next 2 weeks are going to be a little tumultuous, if that's a good word.
Good word.
For me and James, I will say. We'll probably do an episode next week, but the week after, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say there's no episode the week after this because just too much, too stress. But we'll get back to you guys on that. If you want to stay in touch with us and all that, you could join the Discord. We'll put that stuff. Or on Twitter. I mean, we could post on Twitter too, whatever. Or you know what? In YouTube, you can check out our streams too because we're live there. We talk about Strictly Casual all the time and a lot of other stuff. It's a fun time. It's a great time. James, you got anything else to say to the people before we do this?
Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for our audio platform listeners. Please drop a review. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. If you're feeling real generous, drop a sub on Twitch. Finn?
Yeah, this is big. Enzo's working on a new song and a new intro updated for Checkpoint. And then like a little better revision and then a new graphic to start and end this. Ooh. And what was the other thing I was thinking? Oh, it's escaped my mind. Totally escaped. That's right. It's pretty much the last week to use the Manscaped code. So if you're interested in buying products, this is pretty much your last opportunity. Unless maybe it's not. But as of right now, this is your last opportunity. So if you're interested in any Manscaped products, you can use code strictlycasual for 20% off your order and free shipping worldwide. It's going to be epic. We appreciate you guys listening. It's always good. It might have been a little bit of a lighter news week, but I had a great time.
Great time.
Let's go. Gamescom soon. A lot of good stuff coming up. We will see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody.